This week's parsha goes into great detail, not only how the rest of the Mishkan was constructed, but also how the Bigdei Kahuna, the vestments for the Kohanim, were made. And at the end of the parsha, we talk about the way how Moshe erected the Mishkan, and he made sure that everything in this fine structure was standing and appropriate in order for the big day, the Chanukas HaMishkan, and the inauguration of the Mishkan. But the last pasuk of this week's portion, the last verse of the portion, that's what I want to talk about today. It says, Ki anan Hashem ala Mishkan. The cloud that came from God was hovering over this Mishkan. So it was obviously a physical cloud, but it represented a spiritual manifestation of God's energy, and that was resting on this structure, the Mishkan. And it says, Le'enei kol beis Yisrael, it was in the view of all the Jewish people, b'chol masehem, in all of their travels. And the simple explanation is that in all of their travels, as the Jewish people were traveling throughout the desert over the course of 40 years, they were able to go ahead and have this experience of not only entering this holy place, this Mishkan, but also identifying that cloud that represented God's presence over it. But the truth of the matter is, on a deeper level, we have to understand what a Mishkan really is. A Mishkan is not just a physical destination that is a house of worship, but there's a Mishkan within each and every single person. As we spoke about in the beginning of this series, that when God told Moses to go ahead and build the Mishkan, it says, "Va'asu li mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham." You shall make for me a sanctuary, and I will dwell among them. It does not say, as the biblical commentators point out, I will dwell among it, but rather I will dwell among them, meaning in each of every single person there's God's presence. Ner Hashem nishmas Adam, King Solomon said, there's a lamp of God in the soul of every single man. And it's our job to nurture that spark, that divine spark within us, and cultivate that, and make sure that that Mishkan, that God's sanctuary within each and every one of ourselves is taken care of, and its needs are met, and that can go ahead and give us not only rejuvenation, but meaning and purpose in our lives. And that's what it means in the end of the portion. B'chol maseim, in all of our travels, wherever we travel in life, we go this place and that place, we go all different phases in life. When all of our travels, we're supposed to go ahead and have that godly spirit within us and make sure that the spark is nurtured. Folks, many times in our lives, we are searching for spirituality, and we look outward. Let us remember the lesson of this week's parsha, and always to look inward and remember that we have a divine presence within each and every one of us. Have a wonderful Shabbos.